And they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun diary political, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary political, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them Mayegun today.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o.
Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you so much. Read the caption of this broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Like the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel. And just tell everybody.
Yes, right. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Yes, right. Presido bá rúfin o. Yes, right. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Tinelli.
ayé ìṣúra ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá ayé ìṣúra aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò ayé ìṣúra òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
There is a latest development. Somebody just came out and he said he is Tinubu's classmate. When we went back to go and check the record, there was nothing like that. Yes. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun. And this is live, especially those who joined live, not for those who want to watch a replay. They have been dragging Tinubu like person who steal, or somebody who stole a goat in the market. And the level at which Atiku and his own lawyers are digging, the way they are going, I am certain, kind of sure that they may discover crude oil. I am talking about the Pandora box. Tonight, I am going to take you through what happened inside that court yesterday, like all of us were there. You can count on me giving you detailed analysis of what happened and what is the exact purpose why this is happening. Trust I can always take you through that. So what we're going to do tonight is that we are going to talk about the journey to unraveling who is Bola Tinubu. A lot of us kind of feel like of what use is whatever document they are going to release from America. Of what use is that going to be on the stolen, rigged elections in Nigeria? I am also curious, optimistic, and kind of, I'm so interested, to be precise. Not for what is going to be used for in your election disputes. No, there is more than just that. And I bet, you bet, that the position of Tinubu's lawyers against the legal case of Atiku versus the Chicago State University, their own stand is that it is irrelevant. Whatever thing that is released, any other, whatever, it's irrelevant. The court shouldn't bother. They shouldn't release anything because Atiku is just trying to sandbag Tinubu. Whatever you give to him will not be useful in Nigeria court. Well, that's a yes and that's a no. To those of us who know Nigerian system very well, the fact that we believe that whatever they wanted to release are already in the public. So what is it again that is now going to convince the compromised, corrupt judiciary of Nigeria? Okay, what is that thing? Maybe nothing special. Okay, why is Tinubu putting up a defense? A fight from such documents becoming public. And that is where the real deal is. It is not what that information will do in your election or whatever in Nigeria. It is what it is going to do. The massive damage that is going to actually do unraveling this fraud. And a lot of people are interested. You have no idea. So what is Atiku asking for? According to Atiku and his own lawyers, they said the information they have, listen to this, the information that they have about Tinubu is wrong. Now, in order for the court to help them ascertain, if they were the one wrong, okay, let the court and the school set the record straight, starting with his age. Was Tinubu born in 1952 or 1954? The result used, according to the Atiku and Tinubu, they haven't released that. According to them, they haven't. They said the information they have, which they want the Chicago State University to come and confirm it, that indeed they know about all of this as well, or they didn't know anything about that, is that the Bola Tinubu that got admission into what is today Chicago State University was a girl and an American citizen. Meanwhile, the Tinubu that is in Nigeria and president of Nigeria is a male and is not an American. They want the Chicago State University to release whatever they have and compare. If not them, they lie. Sure, you get, because they have to prove that in the American court. That's why they are in court now. So what happened? Atiku's lawyers, in their own argument, is that in Nigeria, perjury is a crime. Okay? And if they can prove that this Tinubu that you have in Nigeria is not the same Tinubu that went to Chicago State University. So argument started. His own lawyer didn't show up, but the lawyer to the Chicago State University, he showed up. So the argument then was, what is the relevance in all this? What do you want this for? And then Chicago State University, why don't you want to release this? The standing argument of Atiku in America is that shebi they say America is the land of justice and that sets the standard for the world. Abi, great. When Donald Trump was calling was accusing Barack Obama of his birth, whether he's American or he's not, all right? Barack Obama released every detail he could, including his birth certificate. And the moment he did all of that, the conversation around who is Barack Obama, that was at the time, was a political selling topic. You know American politics now, the Republicans. Donald Trump feasted on that until Obama released all of these details without having to go to court, without having to stop anybody from, there's no point in doing all of this. You went to Chicago, Chicago State University, come here. Do you know this guy? They said, well, my Lord Justice Jeffrey, in all honesty, we always issue certificates to our students and we don't keep the copy. But as curious as you are, these people who came to us that we should release all of the details of Tinubu and subpoenaed us, they are asking us that they are presenting 2 certificates, okay? And the confusion, as you are confused, my Lord, we are confused too, okay? So on the right is the certificate that they said the Tinubu that came to our school said, my Lord, it is true. A Bola Tinubu attended our school and graduated in 1979. And we believe that this Bola Tinubu is the one that is in Nigeria. But what we don't understand is that these people who came to us and drag us out like this, they are presenting about 2 certificates. They said the one on the right was the original one. Was the forged one, fake. And we have also seen it, sir, my Lord, that it is fake. We didn't issue this certificate. It's not from us. The signature of the people they put on these certificates, one of them didn't join our university until 1998. So she couldn't have signed the certificate in 1979, my Lord, as president of the university. Also, my Lord, This the logo on this certificate on the right is not our logo. We've never used anything like this, my Lord. So out of that curiosity, that's why we said everything that we have, okay, shows that a Bola Tinubu attended our school, of course. But you see that forged certificate on the screen on the right, submitted by that Tinubu to the INEC of Nigeria for election, to stand for the election of president. We did not issue that. It is fake. So if we were to issue him any certificate, it will be the one on the left, but it won't contain the same signatures you have on them, my Lord. The signatures are not of our president in 1979. At that point, the judge became curious. There's a lady, Miss Pierce. She did a summary of that hearing, and it was so detailed. Before I go into my own analysis, right? So, like I said, Atiku's lawyers, they cited Obama versus Trump. And the judge was like, hang on, they said, Atiku's lawyer said, the Tinubu that went to Chicago State University is a Black American female and current occupier of office in Nigeria is a Nigerian male, not an American. So we want the university. Hang on, then they called the lawyers. They said, the Chicago State University said, my Lord, first thing first, since this whole thing started, our university, our staff, online, offline, they have been coming under serious attacks from Nigerians who have been barraging them with different questions and inquiries. And they have gone as far as telling people never to choose Chicago State University if you want to go to any school because it's Oluwole University. They can always forge you a certificate and make you an alumni even if you didn't go to the university. So according to them, Tinubu has brought a big attention to on their school and a great disgrace as well. And they really want to get all of this and get it done with. At this point, Atiku's lawyers responded, my Lord, look at this guy. He is talking about being attacked by Nigerians. The same Nigerians are attacking us too, telling us that we are wasting our time. We are this, we are useless. We want to cause problem, blah, 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 kind of that conversation. But you know what, my Lord? All of us should be grateful in this courtroom that it is not Peter Obi that is actually suing Tinubu for this record. If it was Peter Obi, American government probably would have to intervene. It would have been worse than what you are experiencing. So let us just not go there. Don't even go there. Don't even talk about Nigerians abusing or attacking. Don't go there. Let's talk about the real thing. The Chicago State University lawyers now said, in truthful to what these litigants brought, we have also gone back to check and we realized that we don't even have the social security number for that Tinubu student of ours. Really? How? That is what we are saying, my Lord. This whole thing is as confusing as it is for all of us. And that is why we wrote to him that, listen, people are asking for this information. Should we give it to them? And since he's trying to, that's why we are here. He didn't want us to give the information to them because there are so many things that are not really matching up, especially with all this that these guys have presented. Okay? They continued. They said, what about this certificate that he presented to INEC? Said, we have no idea where that came from. No idea. Really? So the judge was now holding two certificates from the same university in America. Going forward, The judge now asked the Chicago State University lawyer, hang on, you have two presidents in it, because these documents, they were signed by two different people. Like, what is that? Then the Chicago State University lawyer now said, you took that out of my mouth, my lord. I was about to, it was like sorry, hang on. It was actually Atiku's lawyer that probed and said, you, Chicago State University lawyer, did you have two presidents? So it was now the judge, that judge Gilbert, Jeffrey, his name is Jeffrey Gilbert, now responded with, oh, you actually took that out of my mouth. That is cutting in on Atiku's lawyer before the Chicago State University lawyer could respond. And it was like, oh, you took that out of my mouth. I was about to ask that. That was the judge. Like the Chicago State University had two presidents at a time, who signed the certificate, anyway, going forward. The moment for those who were present in that courtroom, they said you could feel the shock on the face of that judge. Like, I mean, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Is this America? In this same America? Like, what's going on? And at that point, the CSU, which is the Chicago State University, now said, we don't really keep a date. We don't really have dates on our certificates, only name and then the major of the students. So then the judge asked for the copy. According to say, well, why CSU copy and the copy presented by Tinubu have different signatures, which is what I cleared earlier, right? Then at that point, the judge asked one final question. According to this, said, why didn't you ask Tinubu if his document? Hang on, before that, since the Chicago State University said they couldn't tell if Tinubu actually have real or fake certificates. And in fact, the certificate he presented to the INEC in Nigeria, they cannot legally say is fake or is real, but they didn't issue it. You understand what I mean? That's to say, oh, we didn't issue it, but we can't say if it's fake or original, but it's not from us. So the judge now asked them and said, why didn't you ask Tinubu if his certificate is real or fake? And I'm gonna, he said, responded that he simply lied under oath, and that is why we are in court. Tinubu lied under oath in Nigeria, submitted forged fake certificate with fake degree. That is a perjury. And the Atiku lawyers told the court that is why we are here, for this court to help us establish that Tinubu committed perjury, forged his certificates, and that's a crime, and they want to take that to the Supreme Court. So the judge was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go and look at all of these documents, and all of you should email any further backup document to back up your positions, okay? And I'm going to need more than 14 days before I come back, so that whatever judgment I'm going to give, you will not be able to appeal it anywhere. Do you understand? Like, nobody will go to anywhere and appeal again. And that's exactly what Atiku and his own team want to harm themselves with for the next 60 days, coupled with the expected release of FBI 2,500 pages of Tinubu's record in the US. More go inside that court quickly, where the interrogation was kind of happening. At first, it was like I said, the lawyer to the Chicago State University, who was complaining that you Nigerians, you have been attacking them, you have been blah, 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 blah. But let's first hear that of Atiku's lawyer, the audio now. Here.
Number one, the June 22nd diploma was forged, and that does have consequences under Nigerian law, allegedly. And number two, that the Tinubu who attended CSU may not be the same Tinubu who is now president. And the fact that CSU says President Tinubu graduated from CSU in 1979 cannot be the end of the inquiry. We have to be able to ask CSU for the basis on which it is making that assertion, given the discrepancies between the information that CSU has about the student Tinubu and the information that President Tinubu submitted to the election commission. I mean, Mr. Tinubu told the election commission that he's never had any citizenship other than Nigerian. Tinubu, the applicant to the CSU, claimed to be a U.S. citizen. So and going to Mr. Carmichael's comments about the Trump proceedings and what happens in the Dirksen building, all of that goes to evidentiary, procedural admissibility rules. And while you were talking to Mr. Carmichael, we found the language in Brandyborn that we wanted to quote to you. It's page 82 of the decision. And it says, as in Intel, there is no statutory basis for any admissibility requirement. It quotes Intel as saying, if Congress had intended to impose such a sweeping restriction on the district court's discretion at a time when it was enacting the liberalizing amendments to the statute, it would have included that statutory language to that effect, unquote. And then lastly, a foreign admissibility rule would also serve only to thwart 1782's objective to assist foreign tribunals in obtaining relevant evident information that the tribunals may find useful. But for reasons having no bearing on international comedy, they cannot obtain under their own laws. And that's why the standard is relevant. So if we came before the court and presented these two diplomas and said that they seemed to be forged, I suspect the court would allow us to take this discovery. If we came before the court and alleged that there were serious inconsistencies between the information presented to CSU and the information presented to INEC.
So the legal language is discovery. What Atiku and his own legal team are demanding for is called discovery. Okay? Something they said is allowed by the Nigerian law, whether it's obtained there internationally or it's obtained there locally to back up any kind of your case, discovery. And Atiku want to take that to Supreme Court to nail Tinubu. I'm still coming. Here is the part where CSU was like, my lord, help us, help us. Nigerians have decided to blacklist us, so they have downgraded us everywhere. They've went on to the Wikipedia. They have changed our story on Wikipedia as a fraudulent, Nigerians now. But they didn't know that if this was actually Peter Obi and obedient is on their case, it would have been a different ball game. Listen to it.
So if a deposition is compelled of my client here, and the issue is, was the June 22nd, 1997 diploma that President Tinubu submitted into evidence in Nigeria or offered to the, whatever that election agency there is, my client is that authentic? My client's going to say, we don't know. And we do not have his actual diploma to compare it to. We don't have whatever diploma was issued to him in 1997. We can certainly verify that the information on that diploma, his date, the date of his graduation, which by the way is on his transcript that is in the public proceedings already. So there's no question that June 22nd, 1997 was his actual date of graduation. But beyond that, and with the sideshow of this copy diploma that is now being raised, where the date there was a mistake made, and whoever ordered it and whenever they ordered it, a mistake was made. Other than that, my client doesn't have anything to say about these issues. And all of these student records that have this information that the applicant would like.
So that was them there denying that they did not issue any certificate that looked like what Tinubu presented. But while we were still trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on? Where everybody see they figure it out, like, okay, hang on. Who be this guy? As that one was still ongoing, inside the court, those who went for that court, appearance, they met some Nigerians there. You know, those Abrodian Abobakus. Those ones we used to call the the Abrodian Buhari idiots. The Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. They're plenty for America, just as they're plenty for UK. So they also came in solidarity. And they started approaching people like, you, why are you here? Why are we here? With all their pot bellies. They came to come and defend their Kolu inside that same Illinois court in Chicago. But out of that, other people who actually knew Tinubu in Chicago, sure you get, who knew him proper, who also came there to that same court. You know, Nigerians now, people, they gist. And they said, when FBI released all those documents, when they released those documents, it's not only going to show to you that Tinubu stole an identity of a female person and used that identity to commit different kind of a crime. Drug trafficking is the biggest. Okay? Financial crime, identity fraud, you know what I mean? Like, he got to a stage. They said they bat Tinubu, they ban him. Don't come to Chicago again. If you are found in Chicago, you will be sent to jail for life. Many of Tinubu's friends, are still serving jail time, 30 years, 40 years for narcotic trafficking in Chicago jail and some other jails in America. So people were saying that he got to a Chicago, all of them, they shout. All of us, they shout Chicago. Majority of you haven't heard about Virginia, Abi, and what Tinubu did in Virginia, Abi. A lot of you haven't heard about a few other places, Abi, before he finally bailed and left America. You will see things if they don't redact them, as some have said. But we see that mood though. Say, go now. Waiting, who be this guy? Who be this guy where won't use propaganda kill all of una down like this? You went to a place. You don't go to court and pay people that, Atiku wants my record. Listen, Chicago State University, don't give him my record. Send them to me. Please, I want all my record. Send everything to me. Okay? I'm going to ask my media team to publish everything. Share them to your own supporters. The people that speak for you, those ones who are threatening people, those ones who are saying, I saw you now go shout for 8 years, Baba, you go suffer for 8 years. You will understand what led Venezuela to where Venezuela ended. Now like that, now small. Don't worry. Right? And it's not going to be about who is crying or who is not crying then. Who be this guy? Emio, if you want to ask for my any education qualification, everything, I will ask those places I have been to. I will ask them to send me those details. I actually have some of them here. I'll take pictures and upload them. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your energy. Don't spend. Kilongwakiri. When the presidency of Nigeria says all you need is primary school certificate, can you believe that? Primary school. All you need to be president of Nigeria is to go to primary school. That's all. That is what their constitution says. So why are you suing? Why are you stopping people? Why, a release here? It is because it is going to cast a huge shadow. It may escape the legal, corrupt judiciary in Nigeria. Sure you get. But you see what will happen. It will regret. Tinubu will regret personally that, why did I even say I want to be president? So all of you will now understand when they begin to remote control him against your interest, you will know where that is coming from. Koye, drug gidi, baba drug baron, jaka gidi, person where they run account for drug dealers. What do you think? So he ran away. As a typical Nigerian, if you are running away from any crime abroad, or Benny, whether you are a drug dealer, whether you are a human trafficker, whether you are a rapist that ran away from anywhere, no, whether you are actually like an underworld smuggler, if you are running away from anywhere abroad, anywhere from around, outside Nigeria, and you want to cover yourself with the blood of the corruption in Nigeria, all you have to do is go and join politics or sponsor political party. With that money, don't worry, the rest, they will take care of it for you. Now, the same police we're supposed to know, say, you be criminal, now them go to provide security for you. So Tinubu and Co, they knew all of that. Every one of them went into that politics for the sake of today, for a time like this. Unfortunately, it is going to be at your own detriment, if you understand what that means. You will be wondering, how come that it cannot do good for you, fix the country, make your lives better, make the economy okay? You'll be asking yourself why. This will be why. Sure you get. And the whole thing is going to be pretty much on you. Legitimacy and credibility, Baba, you cannot buy it. And that's why Tinubu is facing what he's facing right now. See, you know what happened? Why everyone is still trying to figure out, okay, why is Tinubu stopping them from releasing his details? Like, why did he submit a fake certificate? Like, all these questions, no answer. Baba, where are Tinubu's primary school classmates? Where are Tinubu's childhood, friends? What about his classmates in Chicago State University? Like, all this thing is becoming so embarrassing. It's no longer Tinubu of Lagos Boarding Law Landlord, Abi. It is now the Kalu, the election rigger, state capture leader. They've captured all the state, everything in there. Nothing is going to work. But who is he? Who be this guy? It is sue everybody. That they chase everybody. If you say I'm too much, they go arrest you or kidnap you, put you somewhere. Who is this guy? Simple question. From nowhere. Baba, Duro Jaye abi Kelongpe. Now, so this clown showed up. There's something I don't understand about some of this older generation. This guy said he's the same age mate with Tinubu and his classmates. Okay? And according to him, he started describing Tinubu as, we used to laugh at him because of his accent. You understand? I was his classmate. And we graduated together in 1989. Baba, we went on to go and open the yearbook again, We started searching for, what's the name again? I started searching for Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. You know where I first discovered that, Olori Brukula around the Tinubu. Majority of you, if you have if they give you mirror, make you see the mess you are about to enter. Tomorrow morning will be too late. A lot of you will decide to move out to the streets right away. But unfortunately, they don't seal on our brain inside the agada godo of poverty. Baba, Duro Jaye, talonje Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. Go and put it on Google. If somebody says he's a kiniko analyst, Even me, Mayegun we no get name. See, me we no get name. We be say I no be anything. Go, yeah, grab your phone. Grab your phone and type, who is Mayegun's diary? Or who is Badero Olushola? Me we no be anything, oh. Baba, you go see digital footprints everywhere. Everywhere. Of course, yeah, I've always been everywhere anyway. Facebook, everywhere. Okay, fine. But Baba, you be analyst. We graduated from Chicago State University in 1979. Living in Nigeria. Nobody heard about you. Then you came out yesterday, and said, oh, we went to school together. That look script into your long. Nibita ye dancing. 2023. We say that this place where I sit down so. I can quickly just go on there. Who is Durojaye Ogunsoya? And guess the news I have been seeing. You'll be seeing the headlines like Tinubu's classmate speaks out. First time that Tinubu's classmate will come out and speak. Durojaye Ogunsoya went to school with Tinubu in 1979. Go and check all the news. All of them started yesterday. Nothing else. Because there is nobody called Durojaye Ogunsoya. It doesn't exist. And they went on TV. They went on TV. Tinubu's TV. And he sat down there. A miserable junk. To deceive the Lagos above Bakus. Wo, ẹni tó gọ̀, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n, so that these criminals, they can always have something to feed on. Wo Durojaye o, schoolmate Tinubu.
Mr. Durojaye Ogunsoya is a public affairs analyst. Thank you very much for coming. But I guess the other thing that is of interest here is that you happened to be in that same school with him.
Yes.
Chicago State University, right?
Right.
Well, he studied accountancy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
What did you study, sir?
Accounting. We were in the same department.
You were in the same accounting in the same department.
Yes. We were in the same class.
Now tell me about this, because as you know, there are those who seek to make the case that he didn't, in spite of the fact that that university has indeed provided them with evidence that, yep, he was one of our students, he took a degree in accounting, but you see, people can still go ahead and do what they will do. This is the nature of, I suppose, law and all of that. They can try. But I'm interested because one of the things we hear is that President Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, as he then was known, we don't know anybody who went to school with him. Well, here you are live in the studio. You actually did go to school with him.
Yes.
Now tell me about that. Did you meet in school, or were you like buddies before going into the university, the application? Tell me about that whole scenario, because it will be interesting, so to speak.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yes, we met in the school, Chicago State University, and we were in the same department, College of Accounting, Business and Administration, with a major in accounting.
Yes.
With major in accounting. And we were in the same class together, and we graduated. He did attend the university, Chicago State University, and he graduated in 1979.
Okay, as you did.
As I did.
In 1979.
Yes, so I'm here to testify that he did attend the university and he was a good student.
Well, you were classmates with him, and I suppose, your supervisors, your lecturers have testified to that in the certificate that was issued to him. But when you were hearing all this noise, I think is the way to put it, that, we were going to contest whether or not he went to Chicago State University. What were you thinking when you heard that?
Yeah, people were being mischievous in the first place, because he was a governor for 8 years. Somebody who worked for Mobile for several years, and you're contesting that he didn't go to college university. How is that possible? I cannot imagine how that is possible. That
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele. Nuisance.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
I mean, isn't it a joke that a TV station who have the opportunity of somebody who came out to say, I went to school with Tinubu, we graduated together in 1979. Wouldn't that be a great opportunity for that person, for that TV station, to get all of the relevant documents like photographs, you know what I mean? Like his own certificates, and a few other things that they can get from him. At least to show that he went to, look at his certificate. He went to, okay, let's show your certificate, sir. This is your certificate. Oh, yeah, 1970. Wow, that's great. Oh, this is your picture when you were, yeah, that was us. When we were having some picnic, or this was us when we went on some, team trip, or school trip, or anything. Person will go school, even me. I can still provide some of my own secondary school photos. Of course, some of them know me very well. Anyway, so there won't be any question about mine. Not like this. But no, they put him on there with what do you call Omotani? That one I told you. Omotani, that man, territorials in Atogyo. And that for those of us who grew up in Lagos, you will know that they brought him to TV station with no evidence, with nothing. And they call him Duro Jaye Ogunsoya. Analyst, political analyst. From where? Nothing. Because they still see some of you Nigerians, or many, as born mumus, and your mumuna follow come. Those are the people they said we should be respecting. Look at that one, na old man, probably in his late 50s. Na poverty make him look old. Don't think he's an old man, na poverty. You can see many of them in Nigeria right now. All those failed Egwadubo. So are you sure you can do the job? Come. We want somebody like you to come. Don't worry. No evidence, no nothing. They will sat down there. Now, if I talk now, they say I don't get respect for elderly people. Now, that kind of people, they make even you old people, elderly people, they make you question your elderliness. I've been what you call them. Because a lot of you are watching and we're like, do they think everybody is actually like a born mumus? Of course, they think some are born mumus. And you can see them in the comment section right now. Some of them are there. They are already pushing it. I want on-boot slaves. Sophisticated morons. When they finish with all of that, they send you back to the street. So yeah, that's Tinubu's classmate. Go and Google the name. Go and read about that. And you will realize that they are doing everything right now. Something they should have done before they brought him on TV. They are not even good in propaganda per se. And because say poverty don't make a lot of people lost their minds. They can't think straight. That is why some of these stunts that these guys are kind of, pushing should have had a lot of them had what you call the citizen arrest. You arrest all of them, call them at the way at say, throw them inside wheelbarrow and drag out to wherever you want drag out to. So do you think we are mumuni? Now, what do you even take us for? But it's unfortunate. Somebody sent me a clip, which I think I should share just before we go into a break. Few days ago, let's say 2 days ago, we saw where Nigerians saw a van with food, and it got stuck in what looks like a bit of a traffic, because they said it's the palliative, the food they are sharing to Nigerians to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal, which has made life even more worsened for a lot of them. So that was for their own local government. They couldn't wait for the thing to get to the local government. Another one don't happen for Kwara. But this one, it was Ibadan. She life, Nia. She life, Lele. Here is what happened in Kwara in Ilorin. The same reason. But I kind of I couldn't confirm if the rice is for palliative or an innocent businessman or a business person who is kind of transporting their own wares, right? And they got caught by the hungry Nigerians who are like everywhere, like you know, they're like what do you call this thing? Like flies. So take a look at this one. Do you see that? So very soon, people will be gathering together to break into shops because they are hungry. They need food. Police will move out and begin to shoot people, and they say it's because they are breaking into shops. And if all of you get, if all of us get sense, and we can think deeper, you realize that there were some Olori Burukus who told you back then, share certificate, now certificate you go shop. What is in a certificate? It is just like a Bokwari drama, part 2. But like we always say, it is, you know, Bokwari Pro Max is what Tinubu is. When the conversation around Bokwari to produce his own secondary school certificate, there were some Olori Burukus on this platform then who said na certificate you go shop. Even if he presented a NEPA bill certificate, they started creating different results for this madman. Oh. At a point, they shamelessly had to put his campaign picture in one result, and Premium Times in Nigeria shared it, and they call it breaking news. Bokwari's WAEC result is now out by the Ministry of Education, Kaduna. Look at his face, oh. And that was it. They said, that's it. After Bokwari, after they sworn him in, to cover up all of the mess, they sent WAEC. WAEC, he left their office. They put Akpari Omokiakuba, Bokwari. You see that head, we're not in day. They had to go and take his picture and put his face on a result that he never wrote. And they said that's his result. All of you now, if you don't like him, go to court. Whether you went to court or you didn't go to court, look at the result in Nigeria today. A lot people are beginning to attack themselves for food. People are killing themselves for money because they want to feed, they want to eat. That is the result, okay, of allowing people who have nothing, who have no business, anywhere near leadership, allowing them to be your leader because on ti shake fun yin. And èpè tó ṣe fún yín, they don't cost you now. Èpè tó ṣe fún yín, òun ni wípé the worst of the worst, are always going to be attractive to you. Ẹ̀yin wèrè ọmọ ẹrú yìí. So I'm just giving you that idea, so that in case if you are currently following the journey of Tinubu Pro Max, una go dey kill your kids, or kill una self for food. No be even for organ harvesting this time around. It's going to be for mama bomboy. No be last month we shop last month. They say no, we can no longer see. We had the 5 children. We don't shop at least 3 of them. Now only 2 remain. You say you want make a die? Well, okay, we choose one. Which one we choose out of the 2? We leave one. We wanna go there shop on ourselves. You understand? It's already happening somehow. Because when you have a NEPA bill, may God, who destroyed Nigeria and then added with propaganda to the point that you are suffering, you are smiling. Propaganda lewanje. Look at your lives today. Tinubu, that is also telling you, is going to do abracadabra. He's a criminal. And criminals don't do anything good. If majority is goniel, if majority is konuniel, that is why majority of you no get sense. So anybody that they say they are criminals and they have criminal record, anyone that, Tinubu is a criminal, you know it. But Olori Buruku, you praying to God, asking God to touch his mind, like you are asking God. Bokwari was a murderer, a genocidist, a coupist. Olori Buruku, that's all now jump here and there, asking God to touch his life, now to touch his heart. After 8 years, so somebody is now kind of telling you that you now so you go cry for 8 years. Now say to survive 8 years, matu fiye example for one way to survive one time. Maybe you haven't actually read the room. In my own world, when you have people who have made a lot of money and name from criminality, and they have been able to maneuver the system in this way, there is nothing sensible in thinking they will ever do anything right. Kind of think of it now. Is in the business of illegality, okay? Running foul of the law. And that is what he made his name from. So what do you expect? A turnaround, change of mind. But don't worry, Shogbo, on this same street, there were people like you. They spend day and night hoping for a single one win under Bokwari so that they can at least go and shame this Mayegun. This Mayegun is enemy of Nigeria. Why can you not just hope that Nigeria will be better? Olori Buruku nie. You don't hope for a country. You work to make a country better. And when you look at all the process and all the organs in Nigeria, where is it going to come from? Where is that better Nigeria is going to come from with all of this going on? With all these known characters? Blackmail our, gaslight our, that we are not hoping with you. 8 solid years. Bokwari ruined Nigeria economy. I have always been here. So do you think it's going to actually make any sense for you to turn around and say Tinubu is not Bokwari? Like she ilato aloju mi wọ́n sọ fẹ́ pé Fool's Paradise not the corner abelori buku ni. Sorry, if you feel like Amayegun you are cursing too much. Only log out. I'm in the mood for that right now because I'm trying to figure out how a lot of you who are currently going through the hell they created, and you can still see the characters that actually brought you here, and then you are turning around to say they should hope that Nigeria will be better. So for me, if I see you one-on-one, she may say congratulations to you, Snipe Sodiki or Logbon, very smart man. The ideal thing is the moment you don't feel comfortable, I'll tell you this, right? The moment you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to shake it. Imagine shake it because somebody comment, I will mention your name. The ideal thing is that, listen, you just log out. Where? I'm out of here. You know how the people do say, I'm out of here. I thought you are somebody who is reasonable. Oh, nikure. Because I'm saying something the way that makes you uncomfortable. Out of all of this, which role did you play? in bringing Nigeria to this stage? Role when you play, what role did you play? In gaslighting people for APC, Egbekegbe for 8 years. Abi, that's your role. You don't think you are responsible for it, Abi? By telling people to hold on and be hopeful. Bokwari is doing wonder. All of the result of what Bokwari was doing and APC they were doing. Change take time. Change start with you. Olori Buruku Arai. Are you one of them? Are you one of those repentant Ashiri of APC? Egbekegbe? Oh, you are now obedient. So because you are now obedient, I shouldn't, Mayegun, you don't need to curse them. Let us move on from it. I can spend another 20 minutes. One by one. Because we know you won't change. I know you won't change. Because think of only changing you lori brukuni. Chongbo. And every time that the result that is actually something that a lot of you, even though they say you can't shame the shameless, of course you can't shame the shameless, but you can cause the shameless. You know, something is this. When somebody says, I don't even believe in Nigeria anymore. Mayegun, let us move on. Na demo. When somebody says, Mayegun, it's okay, let us move on. Na demo. Don't think they are my friend, or they are not my friend. Sure you get. What happened is that you see those that I'm actually dropping batch by batch. Not as if to say it's going to probably change them. Okay? But from where I come from, Ijebu, you can sit down like this, everybody will sit down. And they will say, I beg. Now who take my lip gloss here? Nobody will say anything. For the second time, who took my lip gloss here? No answer. Olori Buruku wo, Mashanfani Timoto Makpa wo. What unfortunate soul, who wants to be this unfortunate, misfortunate, and and so you go, it's okay now. It's not just lip glossy. It's here, it just fell here. You don't need to curse. It's not issue of cursing. It's here. Nobody, that's lip gloss here. Take. How come nobody said anything when I was asking peacefully? So you sit down here, I'm like, hey, peace. I mean, this Nigerian government is very bad. All these people are criminals. Very deadly people. Say, yeah, it's true, Mayegun. It's true. Tell them. Very good. I love you, Mayegun. I love this guy. I mean, but there are some people who are actually backing them. There are people who are actually convincing and gaslighting other people. There are those who are, no, Mayegun, it's okay. You don't need to curse. It's all right. I mean, I like the fact that you are exposing them, Mayegun. I like the fact. I like what you are doing. But you don't need to, she was supporting one. You are one of them. Hibernating on my platform. Acting like you are nice. When I want to cause bigots and I start mentioning them, you begin to see, even me, Mayegun, I'm a Yoruba, and I'm not a bigot. But there's something I want to say. You see all the Igbos, they always believe that, say, why did you use all the Igbos? Okay, maybe not all the Igbos, but some Igbos say, okay, some Igbos did, tell me more. I mean, everywhere they go, all these Igbo people, everywhere, I say, Papa, second time, all this Igbo again. No, I'm not a bigot. It's not that I'm a bigot. And then another one will come. Man, I have never seen an honest Yoruba man before. Abba. Then they shout bigot. Quickly jump. Take the front row. This is the first time I'm seeing a Yoruba man that is not biased. This is the first time I'm seeing a Yoruba man that is very, very, and you are not bigot. So when we begin to make pele, once we begin to dish everybody's own what have you, they will say, Mayegun, it's okay, you don't need to talk like that. Mayegun, let us move on. Don't ever tell me to move on, but it is spirit. When the spirit tells me that at this point, as a blacksmith, alagbede, if I see a sign on this rod here. It is my duty before I move on to fix it. And I have to hammer it as many times as I want to perfect my heart. Do you understand? They destroyed Nigeria. They helped them, gaslighting everyone, telling you that why can't you hope for something better in Nigeria? As if to say, hopeless is Odin Johnny War. Iwo ni hopeless is Odigba of Uwiriabi. Keep hoping on hopelessness. When indeed, what they are doing are going to further contribute to the rot and lives. Millions of it are going to be impacted. Listen, you can't hope for that. When the action is contrary to anything you can hope on, and somebody is gaslighting you and say, let us hope for the better. Now, so they tell you to make you hope for the better under Bokuwari. A lot of you do lushi. So if I call you, say, you go take a personal. You could have felt like a personal attack, you. Honestly speaking, because I remember that, they used to call me small money in my area. I was doing fine. And I thought that if APC come in and they begin to do kiniko, life will be better. And I actually asked other people, all my household, everybody on my street, we decided to vote for Bokuwari. Your education, no matter. All these things, no matter. Let us move on. Nigeria can be great. Today, etidoloshi. Etidoloshi nui. Oti wa ni journey to quarter to olushi already. A lot of you to fair escape Olushism that these guys actually brought upon you. Canada, America, UK, Ibianuriyo, Epadeda abroad. Is that not it? So one sort of lower, you want to take a persona. Also, we can move on. You don't need to curse. Sorry. That's why I said, like a blacksmith, I can stay on that. Because everything they do have lifetime impacts. These guys are destroying education in Nigeria. Do you not know that that's the future they're telling you to hope on, that they are destroying? Do you not think it that way? No? Allo nikure. I'm telling you to think. Don't reverse here. And they talk to you. You they try. Something is cutting here. I'm trying to let you realize that if you are wishing this upon yourself, it's just a matter of time. It's just so unfortunate that you are not going to go down alone. Look at other innocent people that this is going to get caught, who are going to get caught in all of this. Education. Baba. Education has become a luxury. And a lot of you are boss corner whether you don't need education yourself anymore. Start crying. And people what happened? And you say, well, I just thought about the future of Nigeria. Nigeria don't get future. You know it. I know it. And all the contributory factor to it, we are all witnessing it. What role are you playing? Telling people to shut up, give them time, gaslighting people, calling them enemies of Nigeria, and the real enemies whose actions and inactions are impacting the lives of millions. Take a look at the lives of the Nigerian students right now. Come on now. A lot of you are mind mind. Majority of you who are this Ashiris one by one, these older generations, they told you to go to school. You went to school. Get a certificate and degree. You did. Once you did, then you can also start a better life, get a job, start a family, even start a business, contribute back to the society. Majority of you in your 40s, in your 50s, in your late 30s. I'm not saying late 30s, at the age of late 30s, see your life. Take a look at your 30 years or 35 years of existence. Look at what Nigeria has done to you. What have you done wrong? What have you done wrong? That actually put you in this current state. Watching me right now. What did you do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong there because except that you were born in Nigeria. Therefore, life is already leading you by 3-0, 4-0. There are some of us that life has been leading by 5-0 already. By the time they try to get to 5-2, that is something that is close to average. They don't turn 80. They're about to die. Use all your lifetime to struggle. Ologun must struggle. Ologun must struggle. After years of graduation, jobless, poor, wretched, frustrated. So you are sitting down there. You are not on type. You are typing. You have a message for me. You have a response for me. You are fighting for who? You are fighting for those who have already mortgaged the future. If you ever have to procreate and have kids, they've mortgaged all their future. Where are they going to operate per se? In your head, where you are hoping, Abi? Where you are hoping that Nigeria will get to a country one day. Police will be police. Government will be government. This one will be that. Everybody will do their job. And everybody will be safe. It doesn't happen in your head. When you look at their actions, they are creating more criminals. They are creating avenues for more hustlers, frustrated young people that will do everything to continue to confirm that Nigeria is a crime scene. Look at this UNILAG student. Last week, they brought a policeman to shoot at them. Remember? They resumed, they call it day 2 protests, and they were there today, I think. And they brought in police again. Inside the rain, they were there on the street holding hand like say they were the victims. In a rotten system that some of them cannot send their children to school. Not actually getting paid there properly, right? Minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. Then a child who is in the university will have to cough out over 200,000 naira to overstudy Yoruba. Can you even believe that? Yoruba Timon Solenui. I go UNILAG, go pay 170,000 naira to speak Yoruba. And the certificate, which I go take and do. Inside one Indian factory. Abi our Pakistani factory, they do casual labor, collect 20,000, 30,000. Olori Brukuni. Now you are watching them do this, so it's not new. I just thought I should remind you that people who are doing this, they are not people who wish Nigeria well. They are not people who wish the future of Nigeria better. And Olori Brukwara, you won't mind Kayeti Wono Kile for education. What did you use the education for? Abi, you graduated Kosishe, fine bara no ni. Abi. If you are not doing fine bara, you are doing any fraudulent, whatever you can do. Those who are actually doing the real job, they are being robbed off every now and then that they can't wait to get out of the whole mess. Or they ended up being part of you. And the same people who are doing all of that are the people you are holding your Shinko phone, they type now. They tell me, say, make us shut up. Oh, ni kure. Oh, go to UNILAG, they come.
Ó ti dójú ẹsẹ̀. Ó ti dójú ẹsẹ̀.
Imagine a lot of you watching me right now who also schooled in Nigeria, whether you are still living in Nigeria or you are living outside Nigeria, at your age, see your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren in the same Nigeria that you went to school, that you sang soli, 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 we shall always fight for our right. Grandpa sing Papa sing Mama sing Baba, great-grandpa sing great-grandma sing In 2023, your grandchildren are also singing soli, soli, soli. The future, then. Can you see the future? That all of us, if we climb Kilimanjaro, we will never see it. That the future we do so. It is similar to when your children are shouting up NEPA. They changed the name. They changed the name of NEPA to PHCNE. Even the children they gave birth to 20 years after they changed the name, if light come now, they will still shout up NEPA. Some people, I was reading somewhere, right, where some people were discussing when they discovered that, something don't do me. They said people were giving their different views and all of that. And these guys were talking about their kids. And one of them was like, that is done everything to make sure that the kid doesn't have to reflect the environment that she's being raised. But one day, while everyone was kind of in the house and there was no light, then they brought light, the electricity, and their 3-year-old baby shouted, Peppa! My guy said, now that time he was like, the boy. My own daughter self go, they shout up NEPA. When is Nigeria going to really work? It is not going to work. This is not how a country that will work actually operates. Okay? A lot of you are like born criminals too. You are worse than this criminal you call your leader, so you're only waiting for your turn until a system that is going to cleanse all of you of your criminality, that will make your criminality or your criminal existence to no longer be attractive. Okay? Take a look at this. Whether you are a police officer in Nigeria or a military officer in Nigeria, whatever you are in Nigeria, no matter how deeper you are into the system, the day you leave Nigeria, nobody go sit you down for any airport and start telling you, now so we they do here, now so that they behave here, watch your language, watch your step, be careful here, be careful there. Nobody they sit anybody down for airport to explain. Now the moment where you land, clear the border, and you enter that country. Now from there you go to tell yourself, say, even if they don't tell you, say, may you behave, you go behave. That's exactly what I'm saying. Until Nigeria has that, which is not possible under this arrangement, you can't clearly make Baba. You remember what I told you about what a corrupt system does? It doesn't work in anybody's favor. You may get protection today and thinking you have immunity from all of this. You don't. The problem there is that it is always going to be, how do they put it? They said it's like a round table. Okay? If you want to describe injustice, so to say, or lawlessness in a country where rascality of the law, rascality of or this and that are always the order of the day, okay? It is like a round table that is spinning, okay? It is going to have everybody served. Everyone is going to be served. Now, when it gets to your turn, and you begin to do what everybody does best, power hungry, out of this, like on top of this world and all of that, then when it moves, you will find yourself on the other side. That is what a lawless society operates like, not a standard system that indeed meets all standard of what standard really mean. Nigeria doesn't have that. I told you, I said, even though A lot of you can claim to be street. Mayegun Emi street. Martinelli, you, a former soldier, street boy, you get all of the equality, Abi. But you see this information I'm about to give you. I know you know it. I want to believe you do. And it may be very vital. And to the rest of us, maybe Jew, people we don't know too much, innocent people, we just want to live. We just want to live. We don't like wahala. We just want to exist. Okay? Make government no come they pick my pocket, threaten my life. And then, no, we just want to exist peacefully. Pay our taxes, make our money, manage our family, contribute to the society, and live in a standard moderate world of Yabi. Baba, people like us also need this information. It's not new. If you found yourself in trouble, for example, armed robbers, don't say it's impossible. If you found yourself that armed robbers are chasing you, Baba, fine. If you are a street boy like Martinelli, you can possibly start this car race and escape. I don't want to promise, I don't want to advise you on that, okay? But let's assume that where you are trying to escape from being robbed, you now see police checking point or checkpoint ahead, where they say, hey, stop, you're particular. Baba, I need down, beg you. I need down, beg you, second time. I advise you to run back to the armed robbers and give them whatever they want. They may likely spare your life. And tell them you are sorry. See, you return back and run back to them. And say, Emmanuel, don't shoot. Let me come back, come back to you. Mistake, I made a mistake in you. Initially, I thought they were assassinating you. I didn't know that it was you. Good boys, you. I thought they were assassinating you. Take anything you want to take. If you go enter police hand, show my barista Otilo. And it's not just me. On record, on camera, a Nigerian policeman had this to say. Maybe that should remind you how criminally the system is. And anytime any of us can be a victim, even when we are not even like in any wrong place or doing any wrong thing. Listen to this guy.
More of it. Only you follow. Come they challenge a person where carry rifle, stand for road. They wait for enemy. You might come they find the person in trouble. You don't know that the person beating you, channel you to the enemy. You don't know. You never hear that one before. You don't go. One rifle will go on top of you, will snap you same. That one don't go. Wait till you could talk again. Who go say yes, you know be enemy. Who go say yes, you be enemy.
From the horse's mouth. If you are laughing at what I said, are you still laughing at that one? That is Nigeria. And that is the one that is caught on camera. You see this Olori Bruku that told you that police is your friend. My hand no deal. Sure you guys see. It depends on the work you are doing. That will determine if the police is your friend. And when what you are doing is involves money, my hand no deal. Sure you get. Bail is free. Police is your friend. Omo otilo ni o. Olo ni jare. Olo otiyesin. Igagbalu money wo pa wa o. However, as for the UNILAG students, it's unfortunate that even the underpaid policemen, look at them, see them in the rain, that they protect who? Okay, who these people they protect go now? Like, why are they here? Because students, they ask that their school fees should be reduced. Waiting these policemen they do. Now then they protest.
Because if we allow this to stand, destiny will crush. If we allow this to stand, posterity will judge us. I would say, when this thing was in place, God did you do? I will not want you any of this from above me. I will not want to be like that in the Western region with for money. It was proposed. This is 1960. Obafemi Awolowo was 1960. But today, now we have crude oil. We cannot maintain our university. Are we because
Olomaja kawala tibiti oda. Oh, will not be unfortunate. See policemen. Those are the policemen that the politicians in Nigeria are relying on, Abi. That they will give them gun, they will give them this or that. The day will go be the day. You see that man will be like that. That one will get poor belly. Second to the last. I'm not talking about that last one. We be like what do you call it? Dibia of one village somewhere. Where can they do vigilante? Can wear black. That last one. But the one before the last one, that one we get stuck, we get stomach. Imagine people are all like, hey, follow them. That one won't take run. Some of them, if they don't go out every day to go and extort the people, threaten them and then steal from them, they are not different from these people. If they see food now, so that they chase them more. May be doubting that. You need to go and see some of the videos of the palliative, looting of palliatives in 2020. Even policemen saw people looting the warehouse, stealing food. The palliative that was supposed to be given to them. About police, carry gun, put gun down, remove cap, put them inside between his belt. Policeman, they carry semo, they carry rice, and they enter Kana. I say, she fake para any. Now somebody will commit suicide, go carry load, enter Kana. You know that Kana era for those places. Go and check the video. I'm so sorry I didn't bring that video here. I should have. That's the level of poverty that exists in that contraption. That is the level of hypocrisy among all these people. And you begin to ask yourself, but they are only doing their job. Doing their job. When there was a day when there was a time I went to go and spend my holiday at Okoko. I'm Okoko. I don't know if you are watching anyway, because she will always be like, that is what she will say every time I manage to speak to her. She will be like, when did you turn to this? I'm not surprised, but I knew you were going to be something of this kind of vocal, but I just didn't see it this way. That's Mama Okoko. She's probably watching. But there was a day I went there to go and spend my holiday. And early in the morning, I've told you this story before, right? Baba, ole, shoot. You know those ole where they carry TV, they go steal your TV, steal your stereo, steal your everything. There was no mobile phone then. There were no mobile phones. Ole. So normally when you hear ole, you'll be panicking like, ole. Meanwhile, we didn't know that they were actually chasing the thieves from the upper side of that area in Okokomaiko. So why those thieves, they didn't know the area well, right? And so they finally caught, I think they caught one. Then they came back to catch two. Inside there. What do they call that thing again? There's, what is Oyinbo of Ira, Gonself? What is English of Ira? Kana abi sokewe kana. You know that kind of that, is it creek? You shall understand what I'm trying to say. Abi can. Whoa. Anyway, what happened was that there is water, there is sand, and it is sinking. You cannot jump into it. You jump into your death. So that day, I saw two thieves who are like this. Because they don't jump into canal. They didn't know. They were trying to escape. Now people can't they give them bamboo. Hold that bamboo. Sure, you get it. They say, hold that bamboo to save them, to rescue them from that ditch. When they now took them out, they can't burn them on top one dump site there. They set them ablaze. They burned them alive, all of them, 3 of them. And I was kind of, at that time, I was like, Omo, now some person go sink if you enter canal swamp. Oh, go ne badje fun yin. Oyibo lagbara gan. Mo just say, thank God, say we fit talk am. Oyibo don't fit speak Yoruba. You know that, like this. And you sit down there, except if you want to just be doing, oh, when they will be pronouncing it in a way that you will have to use your idea to understand what he's saying, right? And but you'll be like, you both speaking Yoruba. Abi. So if I speak English, now understand the matter. So thank you very much. Now swamp, they call them swamp. Ira, swamp. So now that swamp, I saw policeman. They carry 2 gari, enter because of hunger. In 2020, people they steal gari, they steal rice. Policeman self carry gun, put gun down, jump in there, carry 2 gari. I said, what is this, officer? Well, probably it's part of their training. It didn't it didn't sink. It didn't drown, rather. It didn't drown. So, when you now look at them today, the same policemen that I know with what Nigeria has become, even though with the latest, with Kolu, they see now everybody, they can't feel am now. Even the people where they collect bribes, they know too they give the bribe in and here and there because money not too there anymore. But look at them with gun, hungry policemen. I'll show you again. They were there trying to attack children who are fighting for their future that is about to be taken away from them. Just like that. And since that's what they have done to those before them, okay? Nobody cares. Look at the policemen. How many of them send their own children to university without collecting bribe? Rather, look at all those faces again.
Because if we allow this to stand, destiny will crush. If we allow this to stand, posterity will judge us. I will say, when this thing was increased, what did you do? I will not build many of these from above, maybe I will not build the land in the Western region with for money. It was for this is 1960. Above, maybe I will not was 1960. But today, now we have crude oil. We cannot maintain our university. And we
Nigeria policemen. I know some of them will be watching me too. I would have loved to feel sorry for all of now. But there's no point in feeling sorry for you. Because even your sorry is sorry. Let's be honest. Just like somebody will say, Mayego, how do you do it? Every time I talk, I think about Nigeria. I just feel so tired. I've decided not to think about, Mayego, how do you do it every night? My tiredness is tired. Even my own tire is tired too. But guess what? If you are in my shoes, not talking about it as well, that one serve na sickness. Because I've they talk in my sleep. And before you know it, they'll say, you know that Mayegun that usually kind of talk about Nigeria, and we advised him that, my brother, stop talking about Nigeria. Because the things will still continue to happen. And I stop talking about it. And the people will tell you that there is this man, is a very kind of popular man in Glasgow. You'll be seeing videos. It's like, how could they, Nigeria, this, they don't carry and go one place, they treat them more. I'm just saying. The point here is that in the course of talking about it, a lot of people whose decisions or opinions about these criminals, about Nigeria, were mostly rigged before now, are beginning to ask more questions, more enlightened. And in fact, they are getting more clarity when it comes to their choices about Nigeria. And that's a win for Mayegu and all of us. So I am going to take calls, but it's just going to be like for a part of this tonight. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I will take 1 or 2 or even more calls. So if you are up for it, remember, every one of you who are currently in service, try and get and do what? Like the broadcast. That's how you kind of hold me so much to show that you were here. In case if you are living, okay? Like the broadcast, share it, and subscribe onto my channel. If you haven't, I will be back. Suwe. I've got my first caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, the Prince Jejeman. How are you?
Baba, hello, our family now.
Well, we thank God, though. We are here, surviving. Thanks for asking.
Yes, Baba. Well done to see your hand. The work you are doing, I told you, you are saving life. You save life, you know.
Thank you, Baba.
Yeah, as your message they go. Thank God, all my people for village, then they listen to your message now. So happy, you know. Everybody everybody there sensitized. You know, I make sure I share to groups. Let our people share to groups. Very important.
Especially groups.
Share this message to groups, it goes far. From group, people will share also. You know, that we help to spread this message. This message needs to go very, very far. You know, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Information, very vital.
Information is power. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Right. The Prince.
Yeah, but thank you. Tonight I want to touch some area. You see, the thing abomination going on in Nigeria. Our people need to wake up. Because most of things that are happening, this election stuff, is a distraction to the real thing. You know, during the election time, you know, Abu Salami, It was the one that was that they choose to come and hold their peace accord. You remember?
I know. That's always the trick. Do peace accord, and then come bring violence.
This is the man that wrote that 1999 Constitution.
Yes.
You know, that is killing everybody. The 99 Constitution that made the North to be Nigeria, then the South, I don't know the country where they belong to. You understand? Is the one that is holding peace accord. The one, somebody that's supposed to be in jail, you know, for giving this constitution to the civilians, and the civilians being that they are crooks that enter, they know that that constitution is a bondage to the whole nation. You know, the military just wrote that constitution so that they can just remain in power and control and be in control. That's it. That's nothing else. The reason why they wrote that constitution. Okay, but when the civilians entered, they saw that they can use it to also abuse the people, abuse the power, and they continue using it. Then secondly, Baba, I see you talk about NNPC yesterday, that they privatized NNPC. NNPC and people are still working there, and governments are paying them. They think that they've they think that they privatized, sold out. Government is still paying.
Yes,
you know, the workers that are working there.
And NNPC is still collecting Nigeria crude oil money.
Exactly, they are still collecting royalty for Nigeria.
And whatever they say they collected, they will collect percentage from it now. And we don't even know the owners of NNPC anymore.
You see, why I touched there, I want to revise there because you see, when they came in, when these people came in, Miloko, and they immediately announced subsidy. You know, I was still reasoning why is the reason for this man to announce the subsidy this time around, that people are dying, people are committing suicide in Nigeria. You know, so I just figure out something, that the people that handed over power to him, they are the Fulani henchmen, you know, that are empowered. They are the one that recruited all the repentant, the so repentant Boko Haram and all the armed forces of Nigeria. And that's why nobody can ever get security in that country. But the security is already breached. Okay. I figure out that the reason why that subsidy announcement, because the Kolu and his team knows that it's going to cause a calamity, it's going to cause a big problem in Nigeria. But the reason is part of his assignment signature with these henchmen that are going out, so that they can cover up, or Nigeria can forget all the atrocities of Buhari government. You know, today as we speak, you know that the Fulani, they are still parading their cows everywhere.
Yes, sir.
And since this Jagaban entered, he has never said anything about that. You know, and that is part of number one insecurity we have in Nigeria, because that behind those cows are the terrorists that are carrying AK-47, marching along with them. He has never made any comment about that, showing you that this is part of the agreement. Don't touch anything about Fulani, and announce the subsidy, because once you announce it, and the money that Nigeria was paying for this fuel, it triples, everybody will forget about Buhari. They will look to see Buhari as a saint. Do you understand? This is the top secret I'm telling you. You know, without that, he knows that this subsidy removal that is announced will completely damage his government, which already his government is damaged.
Anyway.
He went on to do it. You understand? This is part of his contract with this Fulani henchmen that hold Nigerian to ransom. Are you getting me? And they are the same people that are They are the same people that are telling us that restructuring under their foot. Kolu has never said anything about restructuring since he entered. And you know that without restructuring that country, we are going nowhere.
Do you remember when they told El Rufai to lead a committee, APC committee on restructuring before 2019 election? Do you still remember that?
Exactly.
It was all fraud, lies. Man, Prince.
Exactly.
I'll take another one. Thank you so much.
So finally, Baba, can I just say one thing?
All right, quick.
I just want, but we are not pleading to them again. We are in high Supreme Court about the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, the more they are holding Nnamdi Kanu, the more the fabrics. I just wanted to know this. The more the fabrics that hold that in the idea so much, which is one Nigeria, will continue to break up from inside. To save their own life, they better live Nnamdi Kanu alone. The earlier the better for them. But if they continue to hold in Nnamdi Kanu, they are going nowhere with their government. I just want them to know that they are listening in Abuja. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. All right, let me take another one, and then like I said, we're just gonna take a few calls tonight. It's not gonna be a long stretch as well. Okay. Hello there.
Hello, Baba. Good day, sir.
Good evening. Oh, how you doing, Baba?
I do. This is Chooks calling from Canada.
Chooks, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm good. Mayego, please. There is something I want to address. Not particularly today, but what happened yesterday. Right. I think that was the last call you had. The guy from Delta State that said there is something he doesn't think about the Igbos, and he was talking about when they come to a place and open a business, they don't employ other people. I want to say something because I think there are still some a couple of Mayegu fans that also need deliverance or need to be liberated.
No, we actually have many. A lot of them are currently in closet. But yeah, go on. Chooks.
Yeah. Number one, the only thing I want to say in that aspect is that firstly, there is no Nigerian that says that if you open a company or probably, and when they say company, it's not like big company. These are just somebody who open a spare parts company that need 2 or 3 people, right? Mm-hmm. Even Igbos, when they go, that their what do they call that apprenticeship process. Even when they come to Igbo land, you'll find out that it's either they took their father's sister who married somewhere or is a relative, they will just pick someone that is in one way or the other related to them. They don't just come to Igbo land and pick any help person.
As well, it doesn't work that way.
Do you get me? Then this person will say that this person come to your village, he didn't stop you from opening that same business and employ your own people. Then you just hate them because they don't employ you. As I am not saying that if you have big companies, do you understand me? Then you can employ everybody. But this is somebody who open some of them provision store, and you want them to. They definitely going to pick somebody that they are comfortable.
You want to judge them based on who they employ or how many people they work with them and all of that, simply because you feel like nobody should judge anyone that way or hold it against anybody. But again, everybody just need a reason. So, that's what I figured out. They just need a reason.
Exactly. So those are the people that I think you still need to. You're doing a good job, Thanks. But those people should please, that's what I want to chip in. Thank you very much.
The job right now, because I bet a lot of people felt the same way after they listened to this caller last night. We'll all keep learning until we get to that stage that all these things won't matter anymore. We hope they won't anyway. Thanks so much, Chris.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Sorry, Chooks, rather. Chris. Why do I keep having Chris? I think that was my caller, Chris, last night, and I've kept that name in my head since. Anyway, so thanks so much, Chooks. So, hello.
Michael General.
Yes, sir.
Let me hail you first. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me hail you for all the great works that you're doing. This is Nobody. Give me a call just to say, keep up the fire. Keep up the fire.
Thanks a lot.
Because we need to make sure that these people understand. On a quick point, on the 20th of the 10th, which is 20th October 2023, marks 3 years of the NSAS massacres.
It does.
The young people went out and they were murdered. As you said on the program, the people went to election, they were murdered. They went out to protest, they were murdered. We need to be able to commemorate them in a way that these people who we see all about the place in London, all around, you see the governors, you see the former governors, you see the ministers. We need to make them shake and look over their shoulder to make them know one day we will capture them. We will capture them and we'll make an example of them. That's what we need to do. So 2010, 23, 20 of October, we need to make a point that our young were murdered. The people who did it. Yes, there will be something in London in front of the Nigerian High Commission. We're putting it together with others so that if anybody wants to come out to make them know that we haven't forgotten, we will never forgive. Blood spilled, especially of the future, the young, will never be given up just like that.
Can you put my name
so
down?
we need to continue like that. Definitely, Citizen. Definitely so.
There.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
Yes.
If it's a sort of finalized, sort of plan, in a way
yes, it is
definitely going to hold, right? I will be.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
I promise.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, because you're definitely doing your bit. But well done again, Citizen. You're doing great work.
To check their own calendars right now. It will be a thing, and we shouldn't just sit and talk like people say all the time. When we have a chance of grouping or gathering together, right, in comradeship like this, right, we should take it, especially for those who might have the time. I'm going to be in London that day. God spare my life.
Well done, Citizen. Well done, Citizen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Bless you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's a good thing. Which means that if you happen to be in London around that time, please come on. I'll continue talking about it, by the way, since we know there's something being planned. All right, here we go. Hello.
Hi, Mike. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, how are you? How's the family?
Well, thank God. Thank you for asking.
Okay. I just don't know how you do it, like you said it earlier, because this it's just mind wrenching. Anyway, let me not take much of your time there. I'll to come in. I want to touch on some few things, and I'll start with the 99 Constitution that everybody keeps banging on about. What is wrong with us? The problem is not the Constitution. The problem is the people that are interpreting the Constitution. Did we not have 25%? Did we not have 25% in that Constitution? So what's bad in that? So why are we going on about Constitution? These people, like David even rightly alluded yesterday, that these people don't have respect for law, for rule of law.
It doesn't even matter which law, whether it is 2023 Constitution or 1980 Constitution. No, these ones just don't have any respect. Right.
If we got the best constitution that can work in any civilized society, they will bastardize it. These people don't care. They think they own. They think they can do whatever they like and get away with it. They don't give a shit. Okay, we keep going on, and that's one of my problems with my Biafran brothers, my IPOB brothers, and all that. First of all, let's put our house in order. Charity begins at home. Nnamdi Kanu will give a directive. Simon Ekpa will give another directive. I mean, it doesn't. It makes us look like it makes us look like clowns, dummies. How do we want to achieve that victory? So and I hope all IPOB
coming together.
Yeah, I believe that Simon Ekpa is doing more harm to these struggle than good. We have one common enemy. We've got to flush out of these people. They're not more than us. So we can't be doing things like that and continue doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
No way.
Nnamdi Kanu is being held illegally. Everybody agrees. Even the Northerners even agree that he's being held legally. The few ones, but they don't talk. The Northerners, the youth, most of their youth, but they just keep quiet. They don't talk. Yeah. So let's just be mindful. And all the time we keep saying Fulani. Is the man in Ogun State? Is he a Fulani man?
No, he's not.
Or Uzodinjo? Is he a Fulani man? No. Let's see. Let's be intelligent in the way we present our narratives. It's not only Fulani. They are evil and bad people from every tribe. From Ijo, from Akpabio. Is he a Fulani man?
No.
So it's not Hausa Fulani, it's not only Hausa Fulani, it's the evil elements in Nigeria that we need to hunt down and get rid of them. So let's get our narrative right. It's not our job about blabbing. We'll blab here, Nnamdi Kanu will say no more sit down and all that. And that guy is sitting down in Finland and causing problems and confusion. Sunday Igboho, nobody's talking about him. He's out there in another person's land and all that, the criminal. Nobody's talking about it. And some people will just be whispering, Yoruba Nation, and all that. They're not whispering, they're not talking about it.
So, Baba, thank you so much for that, okay? Just because, on this platform, right, the right to share your view, which is solely yours and all that, puts me in a position whereby I can't say what you have in mind. But now others will kind of.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is to address ourselves and say,
hey, me, not even you. You've spoken clearly. Everybody heard you clearly. You didn't even mix anything you wanted to say, which is great, right? But I do tell people that to make this make sense to all of us, we are not kids here, right? So if I say, come on and speak your mind, I shouldn't begin to kind of dip my hand in your mouth before you speak your mind, okay? But I also add that when you say something, because a lot of people are hearing, they also have the right to respond. You know what I mean? Like somebody's going to call in and it's going to pick up what you said. And that's how things kind of work on this point.
Exactly. And thanks for the previous caller for the answers thing. We should get more information. I'll be there as well myself on the day.
And we should. I mean, it shouldn't just even be London. I don't know the plans of our people in the US, but something will spur something anyway, But you made a very valid point, by the way, right? We should be coordinated and mind our narratives. And if we all want to actually have a result out of this, there's no point in having factions here and there.
Exactly. That's why I said united we stand, together we fall.
I get that. But let's hear from others too, Baba. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So I have another caller on the line. Like I said, let's keep it very much respectful. As you have the right to speak your mind, other people have their own right too, okay? And if you are responding to anybody's position, right, just remember that it is all views, which is all expected to differ, okay? Here we go. Hello, sir.
Yeah, my good general.
How are you, sir? Baoni.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir?
There are two things I just want to talk about.
Please.
And, I always stressing a point about this President Kolu. And from day one, I keep saying, who is this man? To the extent that everybody, even the American government, they were aback and giving out details about him. Where is he from? Which country? Which local government? Which town? What of the father or the mother, their native land? How is he? How is the man?
Something that an average Nigerian will answer without having to put up any trouble. All these things you listed right now, anybody from Nigeria can answer all of them one by one, if they actually do, except Tinubu.
Yeah, because this man, like I said, is he an alien? Is it from somewhere that was just dropped somewhere, and there's a mystery surrounding that man that up to now is still bothering me? You know, I Google, there's a lot of things about him. Anyway, you see, I keep telling Nigerian, our people, that the way the country is set and the mentality of our people, I don't know how people are thinking that people now, like what you say, Stockholm syndrome. A lot of people are suffering from this Stockholm syndrome to the extent that some people, even when they see something that is bad, because they say it's our people and whatever it is, they will go down the drain with the person. They don't even mind to die, whereas other people are dying. They don't care, and this is our problem in Nigeria. And I wish our people can look into that, and let us set a record like what you just said. A 3-year-old baby, when they brought light, they say up NEPA. Like the way I've been crying up NEPA. I'm 50-something years old now, close to my 60s. My children are crying up NEPA. They graduated from university. Now their children will be crying up NEPA. So what for how long? If you are
not already grandpa already, yeah, which means when you become grandpa fully, you should expect that if they are raised in Nigeria. And that is something that should be reminding everybody that the more things change in Nigeria, the more they remain the same. And look at us.
My brother is such a, and look at what they are setting, what they put on the ground just for us to be fighting each other. And these same people are the one collecting palliative of 8,000 naira, and they will still be supporting the man that is killing them. You see, this is what I don't get. You know, I said something sometimes ago during the election. This man, they juju Nigerian, because I don't get it to the extent that a professor cannot see straight, cannot think straight. You know, and anyway, that is, let me just leave it like that, because anyway, Mayegun, thank you very much, because there were some times they said I have high blood pressure about 3 or 4 years ago, but every month, every 2 months, I keep checking. The moment I keep listening to Mayegun General, the thing not there again.
That's a miracle.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people won't understand what that means. About you live long, and it shall be permanent.
Amen.
Bless you.
Finally, please let me beg the members of Mayegun General Temple of Justice, please press the like button.
Thank you.
Share and subscribe. Please. It's good for you, it's good for your health, and it's good for everybody.
See?
This is a temple that is only telling the truth in the whole Nigeria, telling Nigeria whom we really are. Because all these kind of things happening in Nigeria, using religious intolerance that we don't know anything about, using all this one, using that one. At the end of the day, when you keep listening to Mayegun, you'll be educated. Your mind will be open. Your eyes will open. You will see reality, and you know what it means to have what they call knowledge about life. The more you don't know anything about yourself, you are lost. But the moment you see somebody telling you something that is real, that touch your conscience, is your spiritual conscience, then you know where you are going. You will never get lost. Mayegun, thank you very much.
Bless you,
God
sir.
bless you.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much as well for all of that. I've got veterans here who have been on this platform for years. And if you talk about building trusts, I have built some that will stand the test of time. So if it's now kind of giving people a lot of, peace of mind that is contributing to better healthcare, that is great. You should subscribe. I mean, you should subscribe too. Hello there.
Hi, Uncle Mike. This is
how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Good hearing from you again.
It is a pleasure hearing from you too.
Actually, Nigerian news makes me sick already.
I know.
It makes me really, really sick. By watching your program, calms me down a little bit.
Bless you.
And I am just thinking, which way forward? I'm thinking that we need a Rawlings, if you know what I mean.
I do.
We need a Rawlings to take care of these matters once and for all. The reason it's difficult is because of that tribal problem we have.
Yeah, differences.
I was born and bred in Lagos. I have English name, I have Yoruba name. Though people call it Oriki, but my father called me that name, you know. And I don't know how we can separate each other. I delivered all my children in Lagos. I never lived actually in Igbo land except during the war as a child. So, and I experienced Nigerian Biafran war from the age of 10. It was a horrible thing. And we believe, I believe solely in this country. I worked in television, NTA in those days.
Oh dear.
You know, today I'm a journalist because I told you this before, because of my health. I'm presently not practicing. But you see, it is hurting. People are just talking and talking, and then nothing is happening because these people who are destroying Nigeria, they've taken us for a ride.
They are indeed.
They think that nothing will happen. You understand me? Let them be talking. Let them be talking. And we cannot keep you. I went to university here in London. You are sitting in the same class with a classmate who came from Nigeria. And the only difference is that she's from a particular side of Nigeria. And I am from the other side of Nigeria.
Too.
But if you see the way they spend money and the way they look and the gold they wear and everything, we are totally different.
And you are meant to be students anyway, probably on scholarship or being funded by parents.
I'm telling you, here student finance paid my school fees. That you understand me. These are things we don't enjoy in that system. If I was in Nigeria, nobody would want me to even go to school, not to talk of paying for it.
No.
But the system here allows you, as long as you're alive, to utilize your humanity, to be a human being.
That's right.
But the people just, and the thing that is troubling me is that we are still like, be patient, be patient. How can we not? I'm so happy with you because you are not Igbo man. You are not Hausa. You are speaking for everybody.
I do, and I am.
And you are, and I am like that too. When I'm in the
you know something, Ma? Sorry to cut in there, right? You know something I just remember, right? They said that you know to kind of encourage that whatever we are doing right now is indeed long overdue. Okay, but you know there's something they say. You elderly, they said if we are living through history, it is always very slow.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that is exactly what is happening right now. Because you know what, Ma? In 10, 20 years' time, with the way things are going, when people are referring to all this period, they're just going to talk about them in a way like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like the way we talk about the Biafra War, for example. We talk as if to say it wasn't a 3-year long war that cost over 5 million lives and all of that. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what I feel like a day is coming very soon. We are living through history, man.
And unfortunately, people from that part of the country are still suffering that war up till now.
I know.
They're still suffering that war.
Unfortunately.
And but what bothers me, if I have, sorry, brother, I lived with Yoruba, everybody in the same building. We behaved as one. When they do Salah, they give us Salah food.
You know.
When we do Christmas, we give them Christmas food. Yes. We don't do anything separately. We care for each other's children. Why are we not able to deal with these bastards in the seat of government?
I know.
Sorry, forgive my word. Why can we? How can we not deal with these people, no matter where you come from in Nigeria? We really need a Rawlings. Since that Rawlings happened in Ghana, Ghana had come to be. We need a Rawlings.
You are so right. You know something, Maria? You know, 24 years ago, for example, where Nigeria was. And if you look at some of these African countries today, like Ghana that you just mentioned, if you look back, they've managed There are so many of them who have managed to resolve one problem in their country from what they were before. For example, electricity.
Yeah.
If you go to Ghana, each Ghanaian will tell you they have their own economic crisis, no doubt. But they won't tell you that they are still living in darkness. Like they were 24 years ago. No.
Yes.
But look at Nigeria, man.
It's
what has
horrible.
changed?
It's horrible. We were the one that told them Ghana must go. But compare us with them today. Compare us. My daughter is a strong writer. She writes also for BBC today. You know, she was a writer in Nigeria and all that. She has been all over the West African countries and so on. I have never gone so far. I have been to America and other parts in Europe. I'm a German by passport. German, I don't have British passport and I don't need it. I'm resident here and that's fine for me.
I mean,
yeah. So I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I do.
My only problem is, why can we not? When I traveled to Nigeria a few years ago, my children, Mommy, don't go anywhere. Please stay indoors. I said, but I came home. I want to experience it.
You know, I want to experience my place of birth. I've dreamt about this for so long. Why do you want me to stay indoor?
Mommy, please. Even my journalism, Mommy, please, because I'm a very hard journalist. I can tell you that.
Bless you.
I can tell you that.
A ruthless one that will always chase the story, no matter what.
I have my master's in international relations. Fantastic. So I can deal with all these things. But these people, my children, Mommy, hey, you still have some of us in Nigeria. Please don't go, don't do. Mommy, because that is why you have not heard from me. Seriously. When BBC came to my school, they noticed there was a journalist here. So the reason we are having this problem is there are no actions. If these people can know that even their own children can shoot them. So I don't need all this money. Did you see all the money that we are gathering in trucks and containers during the elections? Did you see those monies that got rotten in the hands of
those that got destroyed because stored in careless rooms that I know, I saw them.
Unfortunately, I didn't save them. I need to save them. I'm going to research if I could still find them. People are suffering, and you gathered money in containers, in trucks, and hid them.
For election.
What kind of human beings are they ruling us? We need to we need a Rawlings.
We are almost there. Because like David said yesterday, David said all options are now on the table. Nobody can now come and say you should do election, you should do this one anymore. Because at this point, we are dealing with lawless people.
They don't want PO because they don't want PO because PO to open his mouth too wide. He shouldn't have told them everything he was going to do. Because of everything he pinpointed, he wanted to do. Even the people, the other side of the world, who are supporting these people,
it triggered
they
them.
make sure he doesn't come there. If he had just spoken a little and leave the rest in the bank, to use it when he's there.
The story may be different today.
Maybe different. He talked too much. I must tell you that. He spoke too much.
But he was telling himself, and he had to tell everybody what, you know what I mean? Like, in an election that is so...
But you don't... It's like when I was writing some of my coursework, some classmates will call me, well, please, Beatrice, how did you do this? Or send me please send me your work. I will just look at it and I will not use it. I say, you think I'm stupid? I'm older than you. You go and write your essay yourself or do your
thesis yourself, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Right?
He spoke too much, and they are using what he said against him.
Eventually.
And all the criminals around the world who are dealing with Africa, they are afraid of PO. This is what is happening.
Isn't it obvious?
God bless you, my brother.
And you too, ma. You stay safe, okay? God bless you, ma'am. So thank you so much for that. I am going to kind of take maybe one or two more, okay, before we call it a night, right? Here we go. I have one. One name. Sita. Now maybe that. One name.
Yes.
How are you today,
are the lion of the tribe of. You are the lion of the tribe of Africa.
That's me. If a sister says so, it is so. Tell them.
I have said so, and it has been decreed in the presence of man and spirit.
Because the Bible said, what we bind in heaven shall be bind in earth, shall be bind in heaven. When we lose it in earth, and it shall be losing in heaven. So this is it. It's a verdict, isn't it?
Yes, because the thing there is that truth will always reign.
That's right.
The lies that men they tell only stands for is temporal. The only thing that is constant is truth.
Bless you.
You know. So my brother, keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
But because of the nature of the contract I'm doing right now, most of the times I don't have the time to come online.
I was a bit shocked that I didn't see you alone. I mean, in the queue when the whole line was so kind of like buzzing a few days ago, in the last few days anyway. So yeah, so how is it?
Yeah. So, but it's good to be able to connect today.
It's a pleasure.
You know, so yesterday I was watching your program after you had live, and I was watching it. And the last caller, if I don't say it, he will continue doing the mess that he's doing. I can vividly say that he has been reading the lines of Reno Omokri for a while. Because since Reno Omokri came back to Nigeria, all he does every morning is Igbos, IPOB, Igbos, Igbos, Igbos.
Obi, Igbos, IPOB,
Yeah.
Igbos,
So
Obi.
That caller, I wish I can have his number. We can sit down, we will discuss this thing so that I can erase his mind from the negative points where he's coming from, the pain and the hate which he is operating on. And the thing that hate and pains bring, it brings about you. If you have pain and you have hate in your mind, it will give you heart attack someday, and you will start getting sick, and it can eventually kill the person.
It can kill the person
because you said, "Oh, that what Ahmadu Bello said was true about them," but you said, "Oh, I am not a bigot." Don't you understand the meaning of bigotry? That you cannot equate everybody in what one particular person did. And you now said, "Oh, that
best to let people know that they shouldn't be using one brush to." A lot of us get caught in doing this, unknowingly and all that. But I mean, if you have a chance of,
so what I'm trying to say, it is not in the nature of an Igbo man that we went into trade. It wasn't in our nature. Every parastatals, every government organization in Nigeria before the Civil War, Igbos are more than any other tribe as at that time. What did it tell you? What that tells you that we went to school on our own.
Because most of the job then were like a secretariat works, and you need to go to school, and they needed them to run the civil service at the time. I wanted to tell him, but my time was up.
Yes.
Go on.
So after the war, after the Civil War, what happened? The genocide. Every Igbo, no matter the amount of money you have, was turned into how much was it? I can't remember now.
No, it's 20
pounds. 20 pounds. Then what did the Igbos do? They went into craftsmanship. That craftsmanship is what is called Odubo in Igbo language. And when you go into craftsmanship, for him to be corrected again, we did not employ. We took boys who will serve for 4, 5, 6, 7, even sometimes 10 years for them to be settled and they start up their business. And I do not know where it is. I live in the United States of America. I don't want to talk about myself, but a lot of Africans, let's say Africans, a lot of Nigeria traveled millions of miles away, and today they are homeowners. They are businessmen.
In America. Plus
in America.
Too.
Plus citizenship. So is it a crime that I walk into Delta State, like you said, he's from Delta, and I establish a business, and I'm doing my business? I pay my dues. Legally. Is it wrong? Legally. So what that guy is talking about is he's talking from the position of hate. When you envy people, because the greatest sin you can commit, it is written that when you bear false witness against your neighbor, because of you are only operating under the stand of hate and jealousy. Nobody has stopped anybody to do any business he wants to do in Nigeria. So even if I decide that I happen to be a footballer those days in my school days, we train in Concord ground. I know the people that comes out of that factory every day. 80% of them are Yorubas. Are you going to blame Chief Moshood Kashimawo Abiola for? It is the people that made themselves relevant to work that came there to look for jobs. So I do not know where he's coming from. Please, my brother, I know you might be watching this program. I am not hating on you, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if you still continue this way, we will keep getting better. Like Peter Obi said, the Igbo man does not buy bread higher than the Yoruba man. Neither does he buy bread higher than the Efik Ibibio. All of us in Nigeria, we are suffering the same thing. And I want to tell you, my brother, if you come to Igbo land, even where there is no presence of government, I tell you, my brother, we are far developed more than most people will ever think of. You need to come there and compare your place and compare these people that you're talking about. These people you are gaslighting. Please, we are facing one common challenge, one common problem. And it is only when we come together, that is the only time we can solve this problem. We can get out of this menace. But if we continue this way, and somebody will say, oh, Simon Ekpa is saying something else, and this person is saying something else. If IPOB is doing their own, my brother, we all will have to do our own individually. What is your contribution? My contribution is now that I take my time to talk in this, to lay my own idea on this program.
To kind of denigrate this or denigrate that. It doesn't work in our interest. Oh, sister, you remember when I said, the reason why I didn't say much about the IPOB issue at the time, even though a lot of people were expecting I was going to be this, so I said, see, I have read the room. A lot of you are not interested in what is right or what is wrong. It is about who is right and who is wrong. And in the end, I mean, at the end of the day, when we tear ourselves apart, it's actually doing the favor to the system that actually wanted us divided. So I chose to keep my mouth a little bit quiet and encourage people to ignore every divisive rhetorics and conversation. But
you know,
I don't think we can really help it that much.
So it baffles me in the year 2023, seeing what has befallen us as a nation, and people will still divide us. You will help this criminal to divide us the more. We are all facing the same problem. Nobody can travel from here to Nigeria now and just say that, oh, because if I travel to Nigeria, I can go to the north, I can go to the east, I can go anywhere I want to go in Nigeria. You will draw out your map and say this place is safe and this one is not safe. What is causing the whole problem? The whole problem is caused because governments are not doing their duties. If they are truth, if they are candid, if they are frank with what the world system is talking about today, we will not be lacking.
We will likely not have to find ourselves here. That's right.
Yes. Look at children in Unilag today. They are protesting every day. What has the government got to tell them? What the government has got to tell them is that it is not the government problem, that's Unilag's problem. That they are on their own is Unilag's problem. So this is what we are facing, because most of the time, to God be the glory, the level I've attained in life, a lot of people, even in Nigeria, those people that think they have money, believe me, they will be looking, they can pay as much as 100 million naira to get to where I am today. But God knows, I will not, because of, oh, it is going well for me. Then I will just think that, oh, after all, they are the ones suffering.
Yes, now. Or maybe those people are just like, they are not smart. That's why they are suffering. Look at other people.
They are not smart.
Better. No,
but
we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Yes. Like one of the callers said, they was pointing out, the truth to the matter is, the situation of Nigeria is very, very peculiar. It's different from the situation you find anywhere in the world. Because Nigeria was meant, look at the map of Africa. Nigeria, the map of Africa is looking like a gun.
That's right.
And Nigeria sits on where the trigger is. The trigger. That is where Nigeria is. Africans are looking up.
For
that Nigeria can liberate Africa.
Trigger. That's quite
trigger to pull that trigger. But the truth the that people don't understand, yes, the way we are fighting the corruption internally, that is the way we should be standing up to the corruption, the international corruption that is against the growth of this nation, of that nation. Lastly,
yes, sir,
we can still go our separate ways.
Yes, we can.
And we will still coexist. What is the meaning of the separate ways? When we got independence, they gave us parliamentary system of government whereby every region will grow at their pace and they will, at the end of the day, govern themselves. But let me tell you, it is an international conspiracy against Nigerians' growth. We left the parliamentary system of government and the British kept quiet. We embraced the presidential system of government, which they know that we do not have the institution, all it takes to run that kind of government. That is the reason we find ourselves where we are. Because if we're still operating under parliamentary system of government, whereby regions govern themselves, it is left for you to develop your region. You wouldn't say that it is one man that caused it. It is one region that caused it. You wouldn't say anything that has to do with tribalism. You will not say that. So that is where we have found ourselves. I pray all the time that God, the way God has opened our own eyes, even people who are in this same commission of yours, Mayegu, that God will open the eyes of everybody so that they can see clearly that it is not all about that we are talking about Peter Obi. It is not that we are talking about Showore. It's not that we are talking about, but we are talking about the tomorrow of our tomorrow,
which is
the tomorrow of our unborn. That is what we are talking about. Thank you very much, my brother.
God bless you.
God bless
you. You do well. Ma, take another one. And I am almost rounding all day. Somebody who called in right now just dropped off. Unfortunately, they probably would. Hang on. No. Okay, I think I got on the person on the line. Hello there.
Wow.
Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.
You do well.
Ma,
take another one. And I am. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Hello, I can hear you. Let me post this, please.
Yes, so let me mute the other one there. How are you?
Okay, then. All right. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah. You know what? You're doing really well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I believe you realize that anyway. Everything now about Nigeria now. I know so many people really fed up.
I know.
Right. Especially the diasporans. Because even back home, all these people we are really trying to like help out, or how do I put it? Because that we are really concerned and worried about them, you know. But the thing is, these people, they're not encouraging.
I know. So disappointing. Everything that is coming from that place. I know.
See, even when you talk to them, the way they respond. And what I see now is like they don't take anything serious. Even their lives, they don't take it serious. Yeah, we know that because some people of them will say, "Oh, shake up Padawani. Shall we could kill ourselves or yeah, you know, they will say that. No, we are not saying they should kill themselves. But the thing is, they should be able to just sit down, think about where they're coming from.
Because it is what they allowed that will come to stay. They allowed this.
Yeah.
And that's why it is
They
staying.
allowed this.
Yes.
Yeah. So now where they are and where this thing is leading them, you know, because it's like there's no hope for these people.
I know.
But they're not really concerned about
it. They hate hearing that.
I think this is the high time. People should sit down and they stop like harassing the diasporans like, oh, well, they sit there, they're just there, and they will be giving us all that. They will be like this and that, complaining they should come back home. No, none of us is coming home.
No.
Why should we come home?
Your Lord and Savior. No. If you are not willing to save yourselves, nobody's coming to save you. It's a common sense thing now.
Common sense.
We escape from the contraption. So you want us to come back and help you fight what you are experiencing? Come on.
To do what?
I know.
To do what? So, and they still all these days called elites. Oh my God, these people. If you talk to these people. Thank God bless you. They're so selfish.
And they don't
Some of them will say,
they live in their own reality. It's different from ours.
Honestly, even when you we know what is happening in Nigeria more than those people. Because when you tell them, this happened so place, this happened so, or you send it to them, they say, oh, when did this happen? I didn't sound. I can't even be bothered. That's what they will say. I didn't know about it. They not care. So all this thing is really like it's so alarming. Sometimes I just feel like, what is going on? How do we stop all this thing? How do we solve it?
I think that's what we are doing right
now. We are doing it.
You know what I mean? The way you feel when you are by yourself and you're observing everything, a lot of people feel the same way. But you know, one good thing about this platform is that when people like you come on and they express how they feel and all of that, you have no idea of thousands of people that you're actually speaking directly to just now, what you just did right now. Yeah, and you are speaking directly to them because they feel the same way you feel. Now, us talking about it is like us saying that, you know what, we need to go beyond the way we feel now. We need to go beyond the way we talk about it now. And you'll be surprised the number of people that will actually show up when the time is right. And it's almost the time.
And honestly, and about this Igbo and this that. How can you inherit someone else's enemies? How this what happened then what was the result? So should we continue that way? We are finding a way how.
I know, to remain prisoners of our own history. So, your forefathers hated my forefathers. I hate you.
Exactly.
Your own people, they hated my people in 1920. I hate you too. It's my right to hate you, Baba. Like 2023.
Why? Yeah, they're like the one the guy that stopped yesterday. The one Usita just addressed. Yes. Did you hear what? Hey, this and that. I don't even like them. I don't. Why?
You need to begin to look inward anyway, because some of these things don't work for them. A lot of us, we have the Igbos that will tell you, Yorubas this, Yoruba that. And I'm like, this is 2023. A lot of you are actually making, your education, you are actually like making your education look like a waste. If people are illiterate, you understand now? If they are illiterate, you will say, okay, they are not lettered.
Exactly.
What is the essence of our education? If all we learn from our history is that 8.
Why should I inherit your enemy? Why?
Why?
Those people, they've all gone. They've gone.
All of those people who did all of that. Me and you, we are here today. We have a chance. We have a chance to set up something that our own children will actually live in peace, harmony, and progress. But if we fail, our own children will turn 40, 50 one day. Imagine them in 20, 30, 40 years' time. They are already fighting the same fight.
Please, people should go and check all the government primary, secondary schools back home. Then where they had, they should go and check primary, secondary.
Go and take a look.
I even doubt if the primary school is civil rubbish. People are sitting on the floor. Pupils, they are sitting on the floor. Right. They rent open roof, nothing. Even the secondary schools, they will sit on the bricks to learn. When I was in school, primary school, they used to give us food. We know what they would give us on Monday with the food they were brought. They gave us plastic. This I can still remember. Blue, strong, nice, glossy plastic bowl with cover. The caterer will come neat with blue uniform with apron. Monday, maybe rice, and they don't give just rice with dodo and meat. Tuesday, where is the different food? When they brought asaro, this puree, they will put vegetable there with meat. Beans diet, with dodo. Balanced diet. Then.
Do you know the latest? Do you know the latest? If you see what the eyes of these little girls who started seeing their period in secondary school, if you hear what and how they are managing their period, you will weep or cry.
Oh my God!
When I saw people who said it's a big thing, if anybody wants to help secondary school girls, just go to the chemistry, go to the chemist. Pack all of the menstrual pads and hand it over to them.
Dear.
You are saving life. A lot of people don't even know.
Oh my God.
That's how poor a lot of these children have become the victims of the poverty that these guys have created. But people don't talk about these things enough. And there are so little things, right, that will contribute to the psychological or mental capacity of these children, among other things. We are destroying the future, and others are saying we should be hoping for it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't.
Thank you so much. And this government, they got nothing for them. They should know that. Thank you so much.
God bless you, man.
Thank you, Mr. Mayego. You too. My regards to the family.
And you too, Papa. Yes, ma'am. It's true. A lot of you will be like a sanitary pad. Almost sanitary pad. If I if to say I have a lot of money or I can get it from somewhere, I can start that campaign. You have no idea what those little children, and you don't even know what they do to them if they have to seek the help from somewhere else. I mean, hello there.
Hi.
Yes. Sorry.
How are you?
I am very well. How are you? Is that Sham? Well, no idea. I think I've mixed that up now. But the network is acting up, by the way. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. I actually suspect that was a sham. I think I'm going to hang on, okay, for you. There's a connection issue, so I'll give you just a few more seconds, okay? Hopefully it connects so that we can have you. I'm rounding up in a minute or two. Hang on. Let me see if I. Oh, Sham, that must be you. Except if I was actually like wrong. But sorry about that. Let me take this. I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Again. How you doing, Baba?
Again, I do okay. I do okay.
Well, it's good to hear from you. Yeah. Again, well, so yeah.
Yeah, good to hear. Good to speak to you too. Well, I didn't get the chance to to thank you for all the good things you do and to say a very big thank you to your family and everybody around you that you call your support system. Thank you very, very much for all you do. Like Maigo, I know you know what you do, and you've heard this thing over and over and over again. Thank you very much for how you try to dissect everything. Sometimes like I don't understand how people like this whole hatred and this whole division that we've inherited from our ancestors.
It's never ending.
Like, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot go forward. We can't make any meaningful progress if we carry on this hatred. It's not going to serve anybody good.
No.
I don't understand how, not liking a particular tribe, I don't understand how that is going to contribute to your own development as, as a different, how is that going? What does that? Some of these
that thing they will say. That thing they say all the time, right? If you hold somebody down, they go anywhere. You self know they go anywhere. You don't know.
You're not going anywhere.
If you hold me like this, say they go anywhere. Say stay here. They. You self know they go anywhere. Now two of us know they go anywhere. So to whose interest is now this whole thing now?
Guys, like, and what pains me most is majority of people who who carry this narrative, majority of them they live abroad, for God's sake. You live in another man's country.
I know.
You live in another man's country, you are benefiting all these things, but you still say, oh, when the Igbos come, they like to employ their own. And so fucking what? And so fucking what if I want to employ my own people? Kilo coin. One of the daily like we employ our family. Go and employ your own family too and create your own business. If you don't have money, come, I'll borrow you money. Go and create
start business. That's true.
No, start business. Employ our family.
Just sit down there and be so entitled. There's entitled fucking.
What the fuck is your fluent shame? People you go, you tell this, that. Well, I don't understand. It's not going to move anybody forward. We need to come together. The main problem is we have a common enemy.
We do.
These criminals, they are your brother, they are your tribe people,
yes,
they are my tribe people. Lucky Bidejo destroyed Edo State for 80 years, for God's sake, your law. He's my brother, he's part of this government. So you think I'll see him now? I'll start saying, oh, because he's my brother.
No, you will call the commercial for public and say somebody they talk anyhow to Ibinedion. Like go commercial.
If I catch Lucky for anywhere about my boss,
like I mean, why like you said, kill when you're on road, what are they thinking? Right?
I
defending these criminals. Like what are you thinking?
Everybody, your brother, your uncle, all of them, everybody, we all have relatives who are part of this establishment. We all have kingsmen who are part of this. Those are the people that we are interested in, and not whose tribe did what in 1965 or whose tribe did what in Kinnikok. What is wrong with you people, for God's sake? How is that going to give us any meaningful progress?
It won't.
People are still stealing. We still have criminals in the government. Those criminals, they come from different parts of the country. We are saying this on the Fulani, this, the Yoruba, that, the Kinnikok, the Igbo, this, the Igbos employ their own people. Kilo share. If you want to start your own business, go and start your own business. Employ your own people.
And don't use that. So I told you, I said a lot of us are just looking for a reason. And just a reason. Why do you not like Yorubas? Man, the Yorubas they like to always say Kinnikok. I say, is that the reason? Yes, now I just need the reason. That's all I needed. Just need the reason to say I don't like them.
But okay, now fine. But how does that?
How does that change anything? How does that help you?
How does that change? How does it help your progress?
It doesn't.
How? Ladies and gentlemen, please, like let's try to. I know Marigo is doing it. Marigo, we are trying.
No, we are all doing it. So every time people say Marigo is this or that, you don't. When people like you, all people who calls it, right? When you add all your views, that's what actually makes this platform very kind of ethical, Baba. Let's be honest, though. Because it's that time that people will begin
to. I've been in the comment section for too long. I want to be talking now.
You need to be calling it.
A lot of you people, you're actually matured people. Try to re-educate yourself. There's no need to hate each other. You understand? We can all have differences, but we can still coexist. And when we talk about this,
they just love to troll. Some of them actually enjoy trolling. You Igbo, you are useless. He will drop it in the comments. He knows people will react.
When we talk about breaking up the country, we don't mean putting knife in the ground and cutting the ground like bread or cutting the ground like cake.
We'll not hunting ourselves down because we want to break up. That's not the idea.
That's not what we're talking about. We're still going. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it before. We can do it again.
It can be done.
We've done it before. We just need to redesign it and just make some adjustment. That's all. We have a template already.
Pull ourselves together.
Just do this.
Yeah.
And do this. Like, it's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. It's not. Let's stop hating each other. Let's just try to come together and, face these our common enemies.
Amen.
And let's stop hating. Please.
Amen.
Please, guys.
Because that's so
please,
important,
Marigo,
yeah?
God bless you. Thank
you
you
too.
very,
Thanks
very,
a lot,
very much.
okay?
Thanks for picking up my call again. Thank you.
I mean, it's such a pleasure to have you on, by the way, okay? Thank you so much for calling in as well. I am going to take just one more. Let me see if I still have that grace. There are so many people who are actually trying to get on. I'm so sorry if yours is like they are clashing with themselves now because, hang on. The problem is that there are those who are calling directly through the phone, and there are many others who are calling through the WhatsApp. So the problem there is that those who are calling through the phone, they always kind of a first-hand chance. They knock off those who are calling through WhatsApp. So let me go try this. I think I got it. Right. For example, this is a WhatsApp. So if the call is connected, if people are calling in through the direct line, they won't be able to take you off. But the problem is when they begin to clash before I pick any of them. So hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maigo. Good evening.
Sir. Good evening to you. How are you?
Thank you so much for your platform.
Thank you very
much. I just want to give my contribution.
Please.
You see, the damage Nigeria did to us, the number one damage was the removal of history. A lot of Nigerians don't know their history, and that is the problem. That's why revolution is hard, because you see some callers calling in, and they keep on trying to repair Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be repaired simply because the indigents did not agree to join together. You cannot go to London and tell London, British people, change the name of London, or you come and live together. Nobody can do that nonsense.
Nobody.
Why should we accept it? We can be peaceful neighbors. This entity, let's repair Nigeria, let's repair Nigeria. Do you think the middle belts today, they would not do anything to have their own ESN to defend them? Or they expect the Igbos to just drop their weapons so that they will be easy targets? It doesn't work that way. Self-defense is a human right. And what we are demanding for is universal. What did Nnamdi Kanu say? That's a lie. Let them pick one thing. He only fought Nigeria with the truth, telling Nigerians the truth. He told Nigerians that the PVC would not work.
He did.
He told Nigerians a long time ago. Simon Ekpa, they said, arrest him, kill him, just because he told the Igbos not to participate in the election, the scam. So we should embrace the truth
and at the end of the day, they were all right. That's the point that a lot of people should always remember, that even when you kind of call for their heads that time when they were making those pronouncements, but at the end of the day, they were right. After 75 Nigerians were killed to prove it in an election.
Exactly. One of the callers that called, his platform, they never talk about a disintegration as an option. They only try to repair. You can't repair what you did not create. Why should black people keep on defending a country built on a slave foundation for the benefit of another country?
What?
You see, when people tell me Nigeria cannot be better than US, I don't think so. On a level playing ground, we could. Look at their basketball, look at their sport, look at their music. These are African.
That's the word. Equity, justice, and fairness.
Exactly. So black people should stop trading their future. The future is more important than the present. That's the difference between us and another race. We can always trade our present, kill our tomorrow. And that's why we are suffering. So the moment we start seeing the importance of our future, the people succeeding today in America are the people that were sold as slaves. If they never left Africa, imagine what Africa would have been like today. So it's deep. It's deep.
It's deep, Baba. You can see me just sighing every now and then, like, what? It's like you wrote all this down like words on Mabu, and I was just like, they are deep.
I speak to my heart. It speaks to my heart. The greatness of the black man, the white man has already seen it a long time before the black man even knew.
We don't hate them. Who are ready to give up today? Give up our tomorrow today.
Exactly. And that's why we are suffering. How long are we going to live on earth? How much can they pay you for your future? If you give me £1 billion, £2 billion, I would not sell my people. There are so many. I will not, because we are not going to live here forever.
No.
With 10 billion, when you die, what happens to the money?
Gone.
Your ancestors, your descendants will keep on suffering. So it's high time we start identifying who are the real prophets. Someone like Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet in the sense that prophets are not magicians. They'll tell you the truth, and they can risk their life by telling you the truth. Today, the indigenous people think a prophet is somebody that would tell them what they want to hear, or do magic, or do miracles. It doesn't work that way. And that's why we are here today. The solution to our problem is we need to go back to the way we were, the way God created us.
What we didn't create. That's another very, very deep statement you made, though. You can't fix what you didn't create. Let's be real.
We didn't create it. Lord Lugard did not consider our differences, and he told us, you live together. It just makes you a slave when you try to defend what you didn't create. Thank you, Mr. Mayego.
God bless you.
Thank
you
you,
missed
Mr.
one thing, by the way. Your name, I want to remember you, Baba. Is that all right?
My name is Peter.
Peter, God bless you for that beautiful submission, Baba. And on that note, I'm going to draw the curtains. You have a wonderful night, Baba. All right? Thanks a lot. You have a good one.
Thank you.
So that's Peter there asking us to think, right? If we intend to actually make a difference, we should kind of try to understand what we really want. If we don't know what we want, how do you fight for it? And then how do you kind of defend something you didn't create? You have no idea or any hand in its creation. No connection is trying to say. And all of us, I mean, with other callers and all that, like, all of us should remember something. Okay? Those who are holding others down, say, they go. They go anywhere. The point here is that it's not the only person you are holding down that is not going anywhere. Yourself too, you are not going anywhere. But in practice, when you are holding somebody down, there's going to be effort of that person trying to jump and get out of that holding down and holding down. They may be lucky that they will kind of loosen up and get out of that grip. But yourself, who has sort of dissipates so much of your energy, holding others down, energy down, and everything about you is down. When they manage to loosen up from that grip, you will remain down. And that is why everyone who is thinking that they are doing anybody any favor by continuing to say Nigeria will not break or cannot break, or we should save Nigeria and the rest of that, you are holding others down. And people are struggling and fighting to get out of that grip. You need to loosen up. Let Nigeria go. If you love Nigeria, you will beg them to break it up and save lives. I'll leave on like that before I say what I don't want to say. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you some other time. Remember, don't leave without liking the broadcast. Like it, share it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The next time I see you, it's going to be either follow-up or a different story or a new development or all of the above. You don't want to miss that, do you? Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ ọ́ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ ọ́ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Ayíǹde number one. bá ṣeré àní máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Nayibi nọ́mbà wán.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún rákì. Ayégun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Ayégun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ayégun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.